What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the Winner's Circle, you guys. If you are new here, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button because you are home. Welcome home, babies. If you've been rocking with me for a little while, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Today's topic, we are going to talk about 5 things that you should definitely leave behind in 2023. We are onward, moving forward. We are reaching success, prosperity, all of those good things to embark on in 2024. So 5 things that to leave behind in 2023. These are vital, these are key, and they're life changing, okay? Because the jewels that I'm about to drop in this video, they will definitely change your life. So let's get into the video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up because you're going to love it. Like, share, subscribe, and tap that bell. So the first thing you want to leave behind in 2023 is going to be overthinking, okay? We all could do this kind of like by default. We don't try to overthink. We sometimes people do it unconsciously, not even realizing. You guys know I'm a life coach. I talk to thousands of people, and a lot of people overthink. It's almost like a trained behavior that they don't even realize that they're doing. Don't even realize that it's like the default settings in their mind. When you overthink, it causes stress, fear, worry, doubt. And none of those things are conducive to your mental health, your growth, your forward motion, you progressing. None of those things are helpful for you. So overthinking causes a lot of stress, a lot of fear, a lot of doubt, a lot of worry within yourself. And 10 times out of 10, y'all be overthinking about something that hasn't occurred, that something that might happen. You're overthinking about something that's going to happen in the future that's not even taking place, that's not even existing. I need you guys to focus on the present moment, because when you overthink, all it does is rob you of your joy for the present moment. You can't enjoy today when you're thinking about tomorrow. And I know it's easier said than done, but you cannot enjoy today if you're thinking about next week, if you're thinking about next month, the next year. And I'm not saying not to think about these things in a sense of, okay, maybe having some positive plans, but overthinking, when it has a negative connotation, it's going to rob you of the joy of today. And let me just elaborate on how important it is to be in the present moment. You guys hear a lot of these people on YouTube talking about being in the present moment, living in the present moment. I'm going to really elaborate on that for you guys, what it means to be in the present moment and what it means to focus on the present moment and how effective it is to be in the present moment. When you're in the present moment, you're worried about just the moment that you're in. You're worried about, okay, the conversation that you're in. You're immersed in the conversation if you're talking to someone. You're worried about the movie that you're watching if you're watching a movie. You're not sitting in the theaters at the movie theater worrying about what John or Ashley said. That's not being in the present moment. Being in the present moment is being fully immersed in what's taking place in that moment, because past doesn't exist anymore and neither does future. Only present moment exists, you guys, okay? Future is just, it's kind of like an illusion, because even when you get to that future, guess what? It's the present moment. Nothing happens from the future. Everything happens from the present moment. How you decide to respond to things, how you decide to take charge of things, how you, what plans you decide. Everything happens from present moment. When you rob yourself of the joys of the present moment, that's how you manifest stuff that you don't want. That's how you, excuse my language, that's how you manifest the things that you don't want in your life. Everything manifests from the present moment. Everything takes place from the present moment. Everything is from present moment. The past don't exist no more. And of course, the past is somewhat of a makeup of who we are. It shapes us, it molds us, but the past is old news. Stop bringing the past to the present. The future is something that's not even tangible, because each and every time you get to that future, guess what? You're in the present moment, okay? Present moment is so key. Enjoy your days. Worrying and stress doesn't change anything. Let me know if worrying ever changed anything for you. When you worry about something, you close yourself off energetically for solutions to flow, for problem solving to flow, for God to be able to drop things into your spirit, ideas into your spirit, for you to be able to maneuver and get out of the thing that you're worrying about. So when you don't worry, when you just exist in the present moment and say, you know what, I'm not worried about 2 months from now because I might not have this. I'm going to focus on me and my kids eating dinner right now. That's how you create more blissful moments for the future. That is how, focus on the present moment, okay? So 2024, we are not overthinking thinking. We are not worrying. We're not stressing. And I'm not saying that these things won't come up, but control your thoughts. Take control. Once you see that you're worrying, you're overthinking, you're stressing, quiet your mind, calm yourself down, because guess what? You're going to get through it just like you got through the last thing, and the time before that, and the time before that. Did you die? But did you die? Absolutely not, because you're here at the Winner Circle watching me. Let's go. So we're leaving behind stress, fear, worry, and overthinking in 2024, okay? Leave worrying and overthinking. Leave overthinking in 2023, okay, you guys? Major life changer. Major game changer. Is going to change your life when you can start focusing on the present moment and leave overthinking in the past, okay? And overthinking 2023 is the thing of the past, you guys. So number 2, the second thing that you should definitely leave in 2023 and dive into 2024 with is no more people pleasing. No more people pleasing. Do you hear me? No more people pleasing, you guys. Stop that. No more people pleasing. And I don't care if people get mad at you for saying no, people get mad at you for setting boundaries. Those are just emotionally immature people. No is a complete sentence, and it requires no explanation. Do you hear me? No is a complete sentence, and it requires no explanation. If someone is asking you for a ride and you know deep down like you're not going to be able to do it, or you're busy, or maybe you're not busy, maybe it's your day off and you just want time for yourself. If you say no and they ask, well, why? That is not their place to be asking you why. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter what you are doing or what you're not doing in that moment. It doesn't matter if you're busy, if you're occupied, if you got a to-do list. It doesn't matter if you're just sitting at home in your PJs eating ding dongs looking at your 4 walls. It's your prerogative, it's your business, and it's your place to say no. Let's normalize not even asking people why when they say no, or they're not available, or they can't. That's their business. Everybody is grown, and it's their prerogative to say no. So we're not people pleasing, okay? We're not. And how you know if you're a people pleaser is if you constantly say yes to people, you constantly want to do things for people, and then when the day comes of you, it's time for you to do it, you have that resentment. Resentment of doing something is a clear indication that you don't want to do it. You're people pleasing. People pleasing by definition is you fear rocking the boat, making them mad, ruffling their feathers, irritating them, upsetting them if you say no, versus putting yourself first and upsetting yourself. You're choosing them over you. You say yes to them, you say no to you. That's what people pleasing is. And in 2024, we're not people pleasing, because why? It runs you dry. It leaves you with an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. We're going to talk about that saying. What's the Bible scripture that says, my cup runneth over? Because I'm going to break that down. I don't really know all of the scriptures like that. I'm not that big of a Bible scholar or a scripture scholar, like know all of the details of them, but I do know what it be saying, and I do know how to interpret these things. That saying, my cup runneth over, whatever is in my cup is for me. What flows over the cup, I mean to the rim, whatever is in your cup to the rim is for you. Whatever flows out of your cup, the extra, the spillage, the overspillage, the overflow, that's for everybody else. How you gonna pour from an empty cup, y'all? People pleasing is out in 2024, okay? We are no longer people pleasing in 2024. Leave that behind. It's a thing of the past. It is in 2023. It is okay to say no. No does not need an explanation. It does not need justification. You do not need to feel bad for it. You're allowed to say no to do what's best for you. You're allowed to say no to pour back into you. You're allowed to say no for your own mental health. You're allowed to say no for your own happiness. You're allowed to say no just because, for the simple fact you want to say no. No requires no justification. It is a complete sentence, and I want to keep saying that part over and over and over. No is a complete sentence. It requires no justification or explanation, okay? Say it with me. No. Did it feel good, y'all? Because it be making me feel good. And I'm not saying that we can't be there for people. We're going to support each other. You pour into your friends pour into you, and vice versa, family, whatever. I'm not saying that by any means. But when you have that resentment, let's say your friend asks you to pick them up, watch their daughter or something 2 weeks from now because they have to work overtime. when that day comes and you have that resentment, and I know y'all know what y'all talking about, that feeling like, why did I commit to that? Why did I do this? When that resentment comes up, that means you chose them over yourself. So I'm going to give you a tip on how to prevent that. If someone is asking you to do something, instead of saying yes right away because in your mind, like you're available, you don't have a to-do list, why don't you say something like, give me a few minutes and I'll get back to you, or I'm finishing something up, I'm gonna get back to you. And then that gives you what, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes to talk to yourself and think, do I want to commit to this? On this day is going to be my day off, or I'm going to be rushing after work to do this, or I have ABC. It's going to give you that leeway to say, I don't really want to commit to that. And that's your prerogative. So, or it's going to give you that leeway to say, you know what, it's not hurting me none. I could commit to that and I'm going to be okay with that. It's not that big of a deal. It's going to give you that leeway, that grace period to really decide for yourself. Instead of giving them an answer right away, saying yes, and then you have that resentment built up. Give yourself time to really think about it and to really kind of fester in it to see if you want to commit to that or if you don't, okay? So let them know, like, hey, give me a few minutes, I'll get right back to you, or let me wrap this up, what I'm doing, and you don't have to be doing nothing. You're buying time. You're buying time to see if this is something you really want to commit to, and that is more than okay, okay? Okay? That is more than okay. So you're going to give yourself time to see if this is something that you really want to do. Or if someone is sending you a text message, maybe they're not in front of you or they're not on the phone for you to say that. If they're sending you a text message saying, hey, can you give me a ride to work Saturday of next week because da da da. Don't respond right away. If you could see the text message, you could read it, and again, give yourself that leeway. Give yourself 30 minutes, give yourself 45 minutes, give yourself an hour. You ain't on nobody's time but your own, okay? You're responsible for yourself, and everybody else is responsible for themselves. So give yourself that time. Don't respond to the text message right away. Read it, think about it, and see if you really want to commit to that. Giving yourself that time, you're going to be able to decide if that's something you really want to commit to or if it's something you don't want to commit to. But give yourself that time. That way you can make a decision based off of where you stand, how you feel, and if you want to say no. And if you do want to say no, don't be afraid to say no. Pouring back into yourself after work, kids, extracurricular activities, feeding the family, doing this, doing that, whatever you do, you still have to have time for you. Going to work, taking care of your family, hanging out with your friends, that's not you time. It might be pleasurable for you, but you time is sitting in quiet, gathering your thoughts, thinking joyful thoughts, thinking about the upcoming events that you want to participate in, you don't want to participate in. You need that you time. So don't feel bad for saying no. You have every right to say no and to do what's best for you, okay? And if anybody has a problem with that, they are not emotionally mature enough. Didn't I make a video about emotional maturity? Let me know in the comment section, y'all, if I made a video about emotional maturity and what y'all thought about that. And let me know if this resonates with you. Like, do you guys come across people who are not emotional mature enough to take no from you? They make you feel bad, like they start guilt tripping you. Oof. Start gaslighting you, okay? That's a big one. People like to guilt trip you. People like to gaslight you because you're not able to be there for them in the way that they think that you should be. What? We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that in 2024. So if you give yourself that time before you respond and say, give me some time, or let me finish this up and I'll get right back to you. Or if you look at the text message and you just wait a little bit and give you that leeway, that grace period to figure out if that's something that you really want to do. It's going to prevent you from being committed and dedicated to something that you really don't want to be. We are not people pleasing in 2024, okay? It's going to be a part of your glow up, okay? Focused on you. Like everybody need to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Focusing on you ain't never hurt nobody. In fact, it's elevated everyone, okay? And that's what we about here at the Winner Circle. We're about elevation. We're about progression. We're about forward motion, okay? Cheers, you guys. Y'all be drinking your water? You better be drinking your water if you're at the Winner Circle. So we're leaving behind people pleasing in 2024, okay? Let me see what else I got for y'all. What else is we leaving behind in 2024? Ooh, this is a good one. In 2024, we are leaving behind people who don't see your worth. Whew. Oh my gosh. And this can look different in so many ways, okay? People who don't see your worth, they tend to treat you funny. They tend to play games with you. They tend to, and on purpose, intentionally try to poop on you, if you know what I'm saying. On you, crap on you. They try to throw you under the bus. They try to make you feel bad for your decision making. They try to make it seem like you don't have good taste, you don't have good judgment. The people who use you. We're leaving behind these kind of people, because if people are not valuing you or seeing your worth or playing games with you or being manipulative, and you know it, that's not conducive for your mental health or your growth. This is how you start second guessing yourself. This is how you second guessing your value, what you're worth, and it brings down your confidence. It brings down your self-love. We are not surrounding ourselves with people who do not value us or see our self-worth moving forward into 2024. It is not conducive to your forward motion. It's not helpful for your growth, okay? All it does is sabotage all the inner work that you've ever done. It sabotages that. Have you ever been around somebody and they don't see your worth, and then you start guessing yourself like, am I not pretty enough? Is my boobs big enough? Is my booty big enough? And do I look good enough? I don't like my hands. I have acne. I don't like my toes. What? We're not doing that. You are whole and perfect the way that you are. And if somebody doesn't see that your value or your worth, they're just not for you. And that's okay. But we gonna move along, spread out. People who spread out, y'all spread out somewhere, go somewhere. If you're not for me, then that's okay, because everybody is for someone. Everybody got a type. Everybody have a circle. Everybody has things that they are for, and that's okay. But if you are showing me that you're not for me, if you're showing me that you don't value me, if you're showing me that you're trying to kick me when I'm down, you're trying to insult me, you're trying to make me feel bad for the way I look, the way I act, the way I smell, they're not for you. And they don't see your value. They don't see your worth. And quite frankly, I'm not a fan of anybody trying to prove their worth to someone. If they don't see it, you're not a doctor to fix the blind, is you? Because some of y'all be acting like it. We cutting all that out starting today. We don't do that at the Winner Circle. You are a winner. If you are subscribed to me, I know for a fact that you're a winner. We on the same vibration. I only attract people with the same type of mentality, energy as me. We might not be all the way on the same level, but you headed that way, okay? If you are a part of the Winner Circle, you know your worth. You know your value. And I'm your confirmation. Cut it. You need to cut it. Hey. You need to cut it off, okay? Cut it. It is not helpful for you. It is not good for you, okay? If people are not showing you that they value you, that they respect you, they respect your time, your efforts, your energy, they appreciate you, they appreciate everything all the things that you're pouring into them, done. I'm your confirmation, okay? So we leaving that behind. When we go to 2024, we're leaving all that and back in the past in 2023, okay? Okay. All right. So number four is second guessing yourself. And I know I kind of dibbled and dabbled in that a little bit, but I'm really about to elaborate on second guessing yourself. You've got to trust you. We are not second guessing ourselves in 2024. We leaving that behind. In 2023, we're leaving that in the past. In 2024, you are not second guessing yourself. You have to trust you. You have to trust your decision making. You know what's best for you. You know what's good for you. And sometimes, you might stumble and be like, well, I should have made this decision, or that would have yielded a better outcome. But that's okay. That's a part of growth. But if you don't start trusting your own decision making, that means you trust the outside world to make your decision making. You've got to trust you. I am here to tell you, you can do it. You know what's good for you. And if you are having a hard time trusting yourself, book a session with me. If you have not booked a session with me, you guys are missing out, okay? But book a session with me and I will help you navigate. If you know how to, I will help you navigate dealing with the trusting yourself and making good decisions for yourself, and how to trust yourself and tapping into your intuition in which can help you trust yourself. But trust yourself. We are not second guessing ourselves. Trust your decision making, trust your intuition, trust your judgment, trust that you have your best interest and that you know what you're doing for you. Can nobody do you like you do? Can't nobody do you like you do, and that's as real as it's gonna get, you guys. That's as real as it's gonna get. Can't nobody do you like you do you. Okay, so trust yourself, and the more you start to harness that and embody that, trusting yourself and loving your self-love is going to increase, your confidence is going to increase, everything about you is going to flourish. It's going to be a part of a glow up. You're growing from the inside out. You're going to be glowing up. Okay, it's going to have a ripple effect on everything about you. It's going to manifest. It's building on the inside, but it's going to manifest on the outside. Okay, y'all see me? Y'all see how I be going? That's because it's built on the inside and it's just manifest on the outside. And you can do it too. Trust yourself, babies. I trust you to trust yourself. I love y'all. You can do it, okay? Trust yourself. Trust your decision making. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop thinking that you're stupid. You don't know how to make a decision. Stop thinking that you ain't got it in you. That's dead. That's old news. That's 2023. We want a 2024, okay? And in 2024, and 24 before. That's so random for before. But in 2024, we leaving back second guessing, okay? Trust yourself, babies, and thank me later. Let me know in the comment section if you are struggling with any of these things to leave back in 2023, because I would love to help you guys, and I'm sure you ain't the only one. Be confident in who you are, be vulnerable, put it out there, because I guarantee you, if someone comes across your comment, they're going to be thinking the same thing. They're going to be like, I'm glad she said it. I'm glad he put this out there. So do that. We are a community here of love, and this is a safety net, okay? I got your back. I got your back. I got y'all's back, okay? So 2024, we believe in that behind. We ain't second guessing ourselves, y'all. And number 5, last but certainly not least, we are leaving behind negative people. Oof. This one is major for me. It is major, you guys. Stop hanging around negative people. And I know it could be easier said than done, because some of these people are family members. For some of y'all, it's y'all boyfriends, y'all girlfriends, your wives, your husbands. Some of it's your kids, it be your old little people that you created. But sometimes it could be your co-workers, your neighbors, friends that you really grew up with, and you've been friends for a long time, and you're looking at the longevity of things, which I understand. These things can be extremely hard, difficult, and really vulnerable to do, but it is so important that you leave behind negative people. And I get it. Sometimes it's not always just easy to cut people off. You just start to fall back a little. Start to get some space. If y'all hanging out 2-3 times a week, maybe just start with once a week. If y'all hanging out twice a month, maybe just once a month. Or maybe every other month. Start to give yourself some space, because that negative aura that they have, trust me, it's affecting you. All the naysaying that they do, all the, those type of people who always have a problem for every solution. They complaining about things, and then you give them a solution, but they got a problem for the solution. Why it won't work, why this don't look good, why it can't sound good, why it ain't the right answer. Leave those people behind, because it's an energy, and it's going to affect you whether you understand it or not. And if you're pretty headstrong, again, if you're part of the winner circle, I know you're headstrong. But if you're headstrong and you feel like, it doesn't affect me, it does. Because you probably still strong, you probably still are standing 10 toes down in your own mentality, but it's dimming your light. It's putting a cap on you, because who wants to be around somebody who's negative all the time? Nobody. And that saying, birds of a feather flock together, is a true saying, because like attracts like. You attracted that, and you are festering in it, and you are living in that circumstances and around those people and around that circle and around those groups for a reason. Break free from that, okay? We are not going to be hanging around negative people who are always nagging, people who always got something nasty to say. It's like that, just as much negativity as there is in the world, there's as much positivity. It just depends on what you are focused on. What you gonna focus on? You gonna focus on what you ain't got, what you can't do, what you can't have, what's not happening, or you gonna focus on what you do got, what you do have, what can you do, what can you move forward in? It's a choice, okay? I teach my kids all the time. You guys, I have two boys. So I teach my kids all the time that happiness is a choice. You can either choose to be unhappy or choose to be happy. And that's not saying that are going to be ups and downs, because life is polarity, hot, cold. I like it, I don't like it, up, down. Duality, okay? Polarity, duality. That's just a part of the world. You can't escape it. But people who are constantly solely focused on the negative aspect of life, excuse me, get away from them. Run. Run, Forrest. Run as fast as you can in the opposite direction, because it is not good. It is not serving you at all, okay? And it doesn't always have to be people who are focused on, complaining, because that's a major one. It doesn't have to be someone who's always a complainer. It could be someone who's focused on like politics. Ooh, that's a good one. Someone who's so endoused in the negativity of politics. Oh my God, look at gas prices. Oh my, what you gonna do? Not get gas? It's $3. It's $5. I seen you eat 20. If you could eat $20, you could spend 10 on gas. Like whatever. You still got to get the gas. Stop it with the negativity. Start focusing on the abundance of the world. Start being grateful that you got the $10 to get the gas. How about that? Okay? Change your perspective, change your mindset. If you're surrounded by people who all they do is talk negativity about politics, 10 times out of 10, you're going to adopt that mentality. Yeah, because did you see what he said? Did you see what Obama said? Did you see what, see, I don't even worry about it too much. I can't even name drop these presidents. That's how bad it is, because I don't be giving a damn about it. I don't even care. But, if they're constantly talking about, oh, did you see the law that so-and-so passed? And I'm not saying you can't be aware of these things. You can't educate yourself on these things. I'm not saying that by any means. But what I'm saying is someone who has a habit of focusing on negative, it's smothering. And we're breaking free from that, okay? So you don't never want to surround yourself with somebody who's focused on negativity all the time. The naysayers, that I can't do this, I can't do that. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? The people who are the gossipers. Let's talk about the gossipers for a second. Let's elaborate on that. It blows my mind when you see when somebody approaches you and they're talking bad about one of their friends. It's like, excuse me? You're talking bad about the very friend that you always got in your face. If they talking bad about their friend, they definitely gonna talk about you. And I don't know about y'all. If you're a part of the winner circle, you're gonna definitely have to adopt this mentality. I don't want to be around nobody who ain't winning, who don't look good, who don't smell good, who ain't about their business. What you hating for? I only want to be around people who are about their business. I want my circle to be the winner circle, okay? Because that's the vibration we riding on. That's the wave we on, okay? Let me know in the comment section if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you can relate to any of these points, let me know if you have any of these things that you might find difficult, because that's a real thing, and I totally understand. Book a session with me if you need help, okay, you guys? I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time at the Winner Circle.